I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
Called back to the Zeppeljärny Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings?
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. 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 Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
Called back to the Zeppeljärny Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings?
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
about time we threw another tea party, don't you think? I wonder who else is free.
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
Called back to the Zeppeljärny Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings?
Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. You look as though you've run into trouble. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out. Snezhnayan flavor. Don't miss out.
I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
You look as though you've run into
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my... Okay, let's get... I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right? Wanna take a guess? Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know. That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnaya by now. They'll be discussing yet another Yeah, it all started in that letter. I guess he'd already prepared to... He'd always assumed but he occasionally, anyway, basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia, he knew that after, with the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster, Pulcinella, and her grater, Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. So, you can see why Capitano... Exactly. Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And, all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time. What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnaya. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken. It plays out for having a voice in the Vecchia is the Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecchia. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are, but also powerless to change it. A complex web of interests connects all parties involved, and the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity. It must be nearly impossible to come up with a perfect solution.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. Time for you to answer a question of mine. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me? I just don't understand, that's all. Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Not Cry, right? I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because you took that to heart? Fair enough. It's not politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like that.
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see I'm on—
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an—
Isn't it always? I've told you before.
The equipment in Svietlo Laidovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of snow. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation. But we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the rescue...
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have and honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, then let's go. You, take 2 people to Pavoyer restaurant. Find his room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon...
Yes, Lady Marionette.
Wait a moment. You look as though you've run into trouble.
We are going here. How? How? Like this. Oh.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that direction. Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. I'll evacuate the people around here as I go. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
I have to be getting close.
Don't go any further. It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to leave, now.
Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnaya. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is unknown, and so is its Let's go. Every sec-
Storage departments.
Careful. Something's moving. This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent. Let's begin. Kill it.
Stay back!
Together. The walks of the snowflakes. I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
Lightning slash! Thunderclap!
Let's begin.
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out. He and I will stay behind to watch the rear.
Thank you. Come on, let's go.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a tactical retreat. Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back. It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious... It's lucky we got here when we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated.
Wait, this place. There's something unusual about it.
What is that?
I don't know. It's back?
Guess it has family. This way. Run! Thanks. Let's get out of here.
The travel actually says the attack is 16%, but it's a there's a great damage.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance to the cave, warning people to stay away. You really held your own today. I still don't know your name. Don't think I've seen you before. I'll remember the name. All right then. See. Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. What brings you here, Odette?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnograd. She's quite the celebrity. If you ever hear people mention the two crowning jewels of the Korolievsky troupe, they're talking about Odette and the prima donna, Vodianitsa. On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of the Fair Lady. She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most valued subordinates, too.
Okay.
You flatter me, Lady Marionette.
If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me... Never mind. There's no need to bring it up. No point making things awkward.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer without Polonia's help. But the outcome is the same, of course. Even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment won't give way.
Sure.
All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard.
That's it. There's no more.
Sure, but Snezhnograd will send someone to investigate and draw up a relief plan. First, Pantalone needs to approve the budget. Then Pulcinella has to sign off on the plan. Once they've argued it out and reached a compromise, we can move. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on... Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident...
The snow has eased a little for now, but there's no telling when that will change. Fuel for heating is in short supply, and relief is weak, so it just feels like there should be a better way.
Hey, quit daydreaming. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for secondhand swords.
sympathize.
This is how it's always been. Everyone's got a right.
An important part of cooking is making
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
How tiresome. Pick up the pace.
Get the temperature wrong and the details suffer. Get the details.
Take a break. Pick up the pace. Huh. Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still Hey, comrade. It's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo Laidovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuzia, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent.
Sorry, I have to ask something.
Huh?
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuzia. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I got a hand.
Excuse him? What does he mean?
Oh my gosh.
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the cap. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuzia seems to be creating all sorts of issues for but considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzia outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, There are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply. There's no way I would ever...
As contentious as things can get within the Vetcha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just...
In fairness to Snezhnaya, she rushed to Svietlola and even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to ride...
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something... Thanks. I meant every word I said.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many... I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background? How is it that you can converse so openly with two harbingers?
We are more powerful than both of them.
Oh, haven't you been properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned his name so far, and no details of his experiences.
Uh-oh. Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... all right. I guess there's no getting around it. This is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where... there was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but...
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by the way, where's Paimon? It's not like her to hide away.
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant. I got a couple of my people to look after.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movement, if you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time. Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do. Things I want to do. And things I ought to do. To start with, I should ask Alosha if he knows any way to help Svietlo Lydovka.
No. Missed it again.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, my lady. Is there something... Thank you for complete... Welcome to the adventure... Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, my lady. Welcome to the adventure...
Superhero blast attack is already indicated for any immediate
Pick up the pace.
How strange. This sword seems to be vibrating of its own accord. It's a very faint vibration, but it's getting... Does this sword have some connection to the statue? That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe... There really is something special about this sword.
enhance excitation. Character required to call less all for a flip chance completed. Activate. Awaken the minor affections.
I don't really understand what just happened. I'll have to try the same thing again when I come up.
Meeting point.
Even the most unassuming ingredients can.
What the? No, no, no. Forward slash. One of the candidates in there because they're also important. They need to be just Sophia. Pavlovna is upset. Skip, 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 skip. Nah, this one.
Take a break.
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me... It's a it's a fundamental contradiction. Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that when we resolve Stratomeros, a huge backlog of crystal, a lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way. Exactly. Hey boss, how much do I...
1 second, let me check.
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little. No, it's fine.
Here's your Mora.
Yeah, well, let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello.
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. When the weather's as bad as this, it's better.
Yes, and we sometimes...
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? So, what brings you here?
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Svietlolaidov, so I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Stuzha is up. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it.
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could...
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks.
Right, because things can get out of hand.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able to find out what Project Stuzha is really about. Still, it's probably a little...
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you from doing the right thing. I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. So, what's your plan?
Oh, we were gonna buy some crystal. I heard there's some on the market right now.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that the real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Sure.
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Let me see. I'll take it all, please. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation in the description. Otherwise, the norm... Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport... That should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination by Fatui guards.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems you're as skilled in...
You flatter me.
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea how Paimon...
What's wrong? Who's Paimon?
His travel buddy. Hasn't been feeling well. She caught a cold right after they got...
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing with this on top of everything you've been doing.
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you. I want to see how...
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlolaidovka. Plus, I know...
All right, then. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension seems to have vanished. A good sign, hopefully.
for more snow damselettes. It's about time we threw another tea party, don't you think? I wonder who else is free. Come on, keep going up.
If there's anything you need, please let me know.
Hello. Sorry, but there's a sick person recovering in this room. Can I help you?
What happened?
Oh, please, excuse me. Are you the traveler? Ah, it's really you. Sorry, at the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business. Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant, in plain...
I didn't expect such a high standard of protection.
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer.
We are a part of the
Traveler! Alicia, you're back!
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a member yourself by this point. Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that a flame inside an ice cube? Wait, is this real ice? How's it not melting? And
All keen observations. You're right. This is called core ignis. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more quickly if I place this by my bed. You're welcome to borrow it.
awesome! Your name was Odette, right? How did you two meet again?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokot, huh? Members of the Rokot keep their true identities hidden, but I think leave it with me. Meet me at the...
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... maybe some hot milk? Enough with the secret chat, you two! Let's catch up properly in a minute. It'll be kinda like tabletop troop.
the brightness can be